Okay, I'm back. Sorry, emergency. Okay. Oh, when nature calls, and all of a sudden I was like, I gotta use it. Okay, I'm back. I keep it 100% on this channel. Okay, all right. Okay, let me fix myself. Get back on here. Okay, all right. So now, okay, goddess of magic. Okay, so in order for you to create this magic, again, like I'm saying, it was like friction. And so this friction together, you got two ideas. And I want to say not even two ideas, but there's a lot of stirring of energies. I know I seen on, I think, Elizabeth Lunn's channel what she was talking about with the heart. A lot of heart opening going on. A lot of movement of the lower, like the sacral and the solar plexus is kind of moving up, she was saying, up into the heart region now, so they can all kind of work together. And that's funny what he said about the second chakra, which will be the solar plex. You got to be able to stand in your power too in order for you to create this magic. Magic, again, could be also romance, especially when you're saying you want to fall in love, resurging of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition. You're going to need all those things. The sacral, helping you know how you're going to relate intimately with others, stand in your power and your authority on things, and then also bring that in your heart. You're going to need all that together to be able to stand right there. I don't know why I see the picture of like a pretty woman with Richard Gere, and he's standing there on the fire escape, and you got Julia Roberts at the top, and you know he had a fear of heights, and so she like every time like all through the movie she's like, come on to the edge, and see like no, that's kind of all right, or the balcony of the hotel, he's like no, that's all right. Then a couple times she kind of get him kind of at the edge, you know, and kind of see. And so then at the end of the movie, you know, I hope I didn't spoil alert, everybody should have seen Pretty Woman. That, Lord have mercy, that used to be my mom's favorite. And then I had a roommate in college. Both of them is Pisces. Mom was a Pisces, and this roommate was a Pisces. I remember then that's when we used to have bootleg copies of movies. And I think Dad had took this VCR and had taped it over again from the original one, or either at that time was there somebody was selling tapes of Pretty Woman, and I think it was until he gave me the bootleg copy to mom went and got the original one, because she's like, that's my movie. That's my mom got an extensive movie collection, so yeah, that's from her days back there. That's that imprint where, you know, they used to go to the movies all the time, so she a movie buff. So then anyway, back to the movie. So he goes climb all the way top of this fire escape at the end, you know, because he didn't laugh. He didn't told her, you know, you go ahead and do you and I do me and I pay you good. And she's like, what the hell, you really treat me like a prostitute? I ain't never did that. We at the point I'm in love with you now. And that's how you treat me, by saying you going to pay me off and put me off in a good spot, which wasn't really his intentions. But that's how she took it, because she's like, okay, all right then, so that's it. I won't talk to you. You going back to wherever the hell you came from. And, you know, we just do different. You know, you just do you. He comes back, figure out, you know what, I'm in love. She done opened up my heart chakra. We could call that almost twin flame. And so then he's like, okay, I got to conquer my fear now. So I'm going to play the opera, which he took her to the opera. Come in the daggone limousine. He blasting and blaring that. She getting ready to go off and go do her dream and say, okay, forget where I'm at out here in Hollywood, and I'm going to actually go and pursue my dream and go move someplace else. He goes up the fire escape, comes up to her, and then, you know, and said, she told him about some kind of fairy tale of mom growing up, about that, how fairy tales was, and he's like, okay, what happens? So he asks her, what happens to the prince? And he climbs all the way up there to the top, and you know, she can tell he's fearful, but he gonna do it anyway. And she's like, oh my God, he's climbing up the fire escape. Oh my God, he's coming, he's coming. And so he comes up. That's what she's saying internally. I'm just reading the mind. And so he comes up, and then he's like, okay. And so he's like, what happens to the prince when he climbs all the way up to the top of the tower? And then she said, you know what? She rescues him right back. And so that's the same thing it is with the divine master. You got to get to the point that these two conflicting ideas that you having with this opening of this heart chakra, which is like to you, like Richard Gere climbing that fire escape and going to the top, and you going in new places where you have never been with your heart, because that's what the other man, I was watching his video, and he was saying a lot of times, he was a good video that he was talking about why does the divine masculine or men have a hard time with accepting this twin flame journey, why they don't want to do it. And they're saying a lot of times because it's so very overwhelming of a sensation that they get in their heart that they never felt this before. He said he interviewed a lot of men, which is good. I would say listen to a certain point, but sometimes he kind of triggery. Like I said, he was the same one to say we stupid thinking there's more than one twin out there. He has some good things. Like I said, you can listen to him with a grain of salt and kind of go around, and it don't stop you from your hustling the floor and being on your journey. Listen to him. Again, like why men do not, let me see what he is. I'll get off of here. Y'all see. Yep, he is. He's still on here. Why men have problems with the twin flame connections. What's his name? I didn't see my guy. I didn't know my guy was on there. No, I don't want to do that. But I don't know what. But that's the name of the title of it. And I got so much stuff in my phone acting up. He act like he don't want to. Yeah, he's not even allowing me to even. There we go. His name is Gold Ray Twin Flames. I don't know if you can see that because you can see him, but you can't see what he's saying. Yeah, I know I do this every time, and y'all like, what the what? But I can't. Yeah, and I don't think even like that. You can see it that way. Okay, that's him. Okay. Old man, curse all the time, say he don't give a damn what the twin flame computer say. He do his own thing. He ain't believing in that. So anyway, so that same thing. So again, it's overwhelming for you, but you got to fight the feeling, become like up on the fire escape, like Pretty Woman. Get up there to the top and go ahead, and like she said, she'll rescue you right back. For you going ahead and do that, remember the divine feminine is equipped to love you tenfold. From whatever you show her 2, she'll multiply that and give you 20, okay, in return. So that same thing. So now the divine masculine, you also in your divinity have got to work on God of love. So you got to come in a different way. Although you saying, I'm not really the God's love, you know, I really should be having X, Y, and Z, especially you saying you're trying to commit this, show this new love, this new home that you want to have for her. And you saying, some of you all still saying, you know, this like me fixing to adjust myself. I still don't think like I'm worthy. I still don't feel like I'm ready, you know. Look like, you know, I couldn't got my hair done or whatever. She going to set me where I am. And just like the Pretty Woman, she said, and she rescues you right back. That means I'm going to accept you just the way it is. Just you putting forth the effort to climb up the damn fire escape to rescue me on the top floor. And he was, I remember he said that. He said, is that where you are, live? And she said, yeah. He said, you would have to live on the top damn floor. And he said, okay. He got the umbrella. He pulled the umbrella that pulls the daggone fire escape thing down. And he commenced to climbing. And she like, oh my God. So that's the same thing. You know, it might not be the way as far as love of how you go about it, the way you want to do it. But just you putting forth this effort to do it is the major thing. Okay, so when you're doing this, we got everything in reverse. This is, you got anybody the same way? Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we got a door to spirit. I'm going to call it the way it is because I'm trying to see. Okay, so the door to spirit is open, but I would say at the same time, it's going to help you to take a reality check about where you are and where you are established, especially if you're trying to make this new home situation, because you got to really look, because you want to have the spiritual growth and this enhanced intuition. So you really, as you open the door to spirit, you're also opening a door to your own reality that's going on, where you are presently. You got to have patience with that. I can see, you got to have patience, patience, patience. That song that's got about grandmother thing. I used to sing that all the time. So you got to have patience with that as well. through this process. Some of you all are not patient. You're very impatient, but I'm telling you that it's going to require you to have that. Do not be envious about what's going on others. See how other people have done very well in doing this movement of being in love, even on twin flame journey, you know, in unisouls. It seems like you look at them and say they look like they're such an expert at it. You know, I don't look like I'm, when it come to love, I'm no expert in it or nothing like that. That same thing that I want to say about that. You know, you just go on and don't worry about the envy of others, you know, because you just concentrate on what you're doing. It's Bible verse about, you know, don't covenant where the other, what your neighbor does, you know, because that's really a sin, or that's really missing the mark, which is really you not really concentrating on what you have and being thankful for what you have and saying, and let me build on what I have. Okay, next thing, adjacent possibilities. Again, when it comes to love, again, stop looking around the corner. Stop looking at what the other, what's coming up next, or what's another possibility. Just live in and open the door that's before you now. You know, that's just like when you playing the game on Let's Make a Deal. You can't be saying, okay, I said it's door number 2 and they open it up, and you're like, okay, that's nice. They got a boat, and you know, they got you know, things that a speedboat, and then I'm looking at Brady or whoever it is that's doing the show. I forgot about who Let's Make a Deal. Is that Price is Right? Whoever it is, I don't watch them shows. Anyway, and then you say, can I now also see what's behind door number 3? And you know, whatever, and Drew Carey gonna look at you like, hell no, you asked about 2. We ain't open up no door number 3 now. We'll do it afterwards to tell you what things you did. But you don't pick up door number 2 and then say, okay, I kind of didn't want that. Now can we go to door number 3? The show don't work that way. Okay, that's even Price is Right or Let's Make a Deal. Both of them don't work that daggone way. Okay, so that's the same thing you're doing with this. And then the heart chakra. You got the fourth chakra, which is your heart chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, well, your heart chakra. So again, all this activity that's going on here, again, it's a new way of loving. It's not the way to love that you're used to in the reality, but in spirituality, things are changing, and they're changing really on a spiritual level. Again, the heart is opening now. You got a lot of heart activity, chakra activity going on. The solar plexus is getting ready to make a massive move to a new home, from the solar plex to the sacral up into this space. So we're going to create a new heart, a new chakra going on here. So you divine masculine, you're feeling that energy, you're doing that. And again, like I said, I hope I remember to call this pretty woman. You got to become Richard Gere, you know, climb that fire escape on doing that. What things do you have to surrender? Clear. What things do you have to surrender? Divine feminine. All right, back to this. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back and retract the statement on that one. No, you ain't doing all that, baby. And I sure enough know I ain't doing all that. Okay, and oh, I did the opposite. Most time I do that, and they helped out. I forgot I got a new system with that. Okay, I'm just call it where it is because we're running for time. I got 2 parts. Surrenders to, you need the divine feminine today. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Same thing that aligns with the event that's going to happen today that's going to help you to say, let's move on. A desire to move on, to search for something new, spiritual growth. Again, this is also funny. The cards come back triggered again. Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Okay, and that's interesting. They say addictions, overworking. So, you know, I never thought, but that is true, like workaholic. So that's like, duh, think of that. So that might be something that I have to, because I know really I got slammed spiritually. Both of them is like, the girlfriend to me, how I talk to you, the way the person, my divine feminine was talking to me, is like, if you don't sit your ass down, this ain't gonna work. I'm tired. And same thing with Divine Masculine. He was like, I feel him like that. No, go sit down. Go sit down. He told me that one time. I remember that we was talking about, you know, you put yourself first. Everybody gonna be all right. Or everybody's gonna be okay. You know, but you don't ever put yourself to the point that you forget about you and you put your needs first. So that's true. Some place he had to tell me I have to use that on him too. But anyway. Yes, I'm looking at you. Moving on for the next thing, and don't be trying to pop me neither. Don't find nothing to pop me with. Anyway, next thing, surrender your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. That's true. Especially when you want this new home thing again, become rich again, climb the fire, escape. Okay, and I would say either one. I'm trying to say I could reference this. If you're trying to be this pretty, just like the Julia Roberts character, you know, she went through all that stuff for a point there. She was, you know, that's all she knew. Just like my grandmother said, all you know is cornbread. That's all you do. Then somebody introduce you to biscuits. You're like, oh my God. Somebody take you for biscuits and they introduce you to rolls. And you're like, oh, wait a second. And then somebody introduces you to some croissants. And you're like, wow, this is like the Cadillacs of bread. You know, so I know say she ain't supposed to be talking about no bread that's made with white flour, sugar, eggs, all that stuff. We supposed to be talking about things that elevate us in our natural and healthy states. Okay, so anyway, you got to think of right then and there that you're trying to elevate from where you are. Divine, with her role as, I forgot what was her name. What's the character's name? Julia Roberts' character. That's all she knew. She knew that she wanted to make some money. She knew also that that wasn't really her end all, within all, as far as her journey too. She knew that eventually, just like the title on the movie, she wanted to be truly a pretty woman, inside and out. You know, she was just kind of just doing that because right then and there, at the lessons that life had taught her, that's where it led her. Okay, that was, maybe you could say for you, would be your addictions, your codependency. Her codependency is, I need money. How can I get money? Turn into quick trick. Okay. That's one way I'm gonna get it. That's instant money. Not thinking about, you know, let me go on, like she said, eventually, let me go on to school. Let me find out a different way. That's all right, because again, life and universe have a way. It don't matter what kind of karmic situations or lessons that you got to go through. At the end of the tunnel, you're going to find yourself hitting your divinity and where you rightfully belong, you know. So, you know, ain't no getting all upset on it when you make these turns like that. You just pray to make sure that when you are going through these things at the end of the tunnel, that you do finally make it to your destination. And I think that's a lot of us, like I was even talking about my divine masculine. That's a lot of our fears that we see our counterparts, whether they're divine masculine or divine feminines, that's in these karmic situations. That, and even for yourself, because I got my own karmic situation too, that at the end of the day, that we do find the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, that we do not get stuck in the repeat cycle of what's going on and what's being presented to us karmically. That's the issue. It's like, because if you don't get the lesson, that's what it means by that remediation, like I call it, remediation partner and the plan. You're going to go right on back over these daggone lessons again until the universe say, do you got it? Okay, all right, now it's ready, time for you to graduate and to get out of this situation. So that's funny that I say also. So we call it Pretty Woman and the Divine Masculine, Climbing the Fire Escape. And that's going to be the title of this one. What does the Divine Masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? Clear. That's the one. You go backwards. What does Richard Gere wants character that is now being played by the Divine Masculine want to say to the Pretty Woman? What was her name? Somebody put down at the bottom, what's Julia Roberts' role? What's her name, a character's role? Because I don't want to look it up. It's going to take up some time. You know it is for me. Dang it. And I don't feel like calling my She be like, what? What you talking about? What? But what was the name of her role? Okay. And what does Pretty Woman want to say to Richard Gere, now playing by the Divine Feminine? Now, you ain't saying all that. Dag it. Yeah, okay, thank you. You off the script. You off the script. Okay. Richard Gere's role, now being played by the Divine Masculine, wants to say, spend some quality time together. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. Okay, now the daggone Divine Masculine is panicking about something. My damn nose is bothering me. Okay. Woo! These daggone physical things he going through is coming up on my end. It's working the nerve. Pray for me. All right, moving on. Spend some quality time together. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those we are significant relationship with, listening and talking to each other. So he's just saying want to spend some quality time, just like he was took her to the opera, took her to the nice place for dinner, you know, taking her to meetings with them, that kind of quality time. And they're saying be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. He said this a lot. Divine Master say this a lot to Divine Feminine. And we have not been, just like the man had said that I showed you about him and his channel. Again, we doing a lot of Divine Masculine bashing. We doing a lot. Yes, they have done that, but we got to remember what place and thing that they're coming from. They're coming from, some of them are coming from a place of hurt. Some of them coming from a place that just don't know. And some of them is coming from a place of these energies. It's like the man has said, and if you listen to his video, it's very overwhelming, this situation, this feeling of this love, this sense of things, you know, Divine Masculines, some of them are, but they're not high-wired to deal with these emotions very well. I had to deal with it. They feel it. Some of them been trained by society not to feel emotionally. So when these things happen, it's like, oh my God. It's just like, you know, he gonna laugh. My kids, my first class called him the Divine Masculine, the Grinch. I don't know why. They ain't never seen him before. But anyway, so they're gonna act like he's gonna become like the Grinch. The Grinch, like he's like, oh my God, what is this feeling? What's going on? This feeling, this sensation where it's pounding in my chest, and the little woohoo or whatever her name is, was saying, that's called your heart. Your heart is beating. And what is this? What is this? This wet substance coming out of my eyes. And she's like, that's crying, that's tears. That's because you're feeling things emotionally. And then his face starts smiling. And what is this happening to my mouth? What is this? This is called, what is it? That's a smile. So, you know, you got to remember, just like, I guess I see why the kids call them. Boy, I mean, this, you know, I just thank God for children. They really, truly come straight from the other side and just really coming fresh from that knowingness and don't know why. That's like today's text lesson was, what's the difference between little children and big children? And like little children, they say things, they don't have no filter, they don't know why, it's unintentional, but versus the bigger children, when they grew up, they are able to, they're intentional with what they're saying. And that same thing. They know they do things to hurt, and they know the power of their words, while when they're a child, they don't. Straight filter, calling him the Grinch, that same thing, just like with the Divine Masculine. All those feelings happening just like the Grinch, all at once. This heart, that's crying, the smile, that's a natural state that they ain't used to, you know. And you got to figure that, I'll call it the Grinch state, where you don't know, like, what's all this going on, like in the movie. This is going on with them. It's very overwhelming, you know, that would be going on like that. That's the same thing, you know, like when you're pregnant, you're having a baby, all these things, your breast going, and, you know, you're lactating, you know, the milk and all that stuff. You got to kind of get used to your body redeveloping when you're having the baby. That's the same thing, just like it is with Divine Masculine. We talk about redeveloping the heart chakra and opening up all these things. So it's a lot of things. So we got to kind of, I say all this and say that, yes, you're getting a lot of talk to, like somebody say, all right, coach, yeah. And then my client, she said, I love it because you keep it real. And I'm going to hit on you, and that's the Aries on you. We got to stop doing that because, again, this is some of them just plain don't know. I don't give a damn if you say, well, yeah, he do know what the hell he doing on it. But that from that thing, just like anybody, if you got all that shock value and things happening to your body, you're going to do whatever you can do to protect yourself and to survive in that mode. And how you going to do that? You're going to go back to what you know best, which is to protect yourself, to throw off and shield things that you don't understand. You know, that's the same thing that the Divine Master, they ain't doing nothing different than anybody in our position that was feeling something or an experience something that they do not know anything about it. So it's no more trying to get with the Divine Master, tongue lashing, talking about him, doing all that kind of stuff. This is maybe about the 6th or 10th daggone reading I done did that the Divine Master, his eggs, please support me. Please. He's begging. Please support me. So we got to kind of, Divine Feminists, we got to kind of get off that bandwagon about what's going on with them. We know, yeah, they did some stupid shit. Point blank. Okay? I'll be the first one in line to lead the charge to say that. All that stuff don't make no daggone sense. But at the end of the day, when you simply coming from a place that you're trying to really protect yourself. He's trying to protect himself. I could jump into my Divine Masculine self and say, I don't understand what the heck is going on. I'm doing the best thing with what I know that's been taught to me through my childhood, what's been taught to me in my environment, what's been taught to me my friends, what I have experienced, and I'm going off of that. I'm playing off the book, and that's why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting, because this stuff is foreign to me. Okay, same thing, Divine Feminine. Playing the role of Pretty Woman, Julie Roberts' character is physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. Again, if you're in communications with your Divine Master, find ways to give some kind of physical sensation. Rub them on the back, whatever that they like. What kind of physical, not automatically. Did you see that? Now that's Divine Masculine want that. And he likes for you, and that's weird. Mine likes you to do back up in here, to rub that. So he's already sending me a signal like, okay, I can't touch him physically, but I can touch me, my Divine Masculine self, and I can rub that right there. Okay? So you touch yourself, say, I'm doing this to the Divine Masculine. I told y'all before, hug yourself. That's another manner and way in which you'll be able to do that as well. You're touching them. If you're able to touch it physically, go for what you know. Pat that sucker down, rub him down. Let me rub you down. So go ahead and rub him on down. Do all that kind of physical stuff to him, because he say it's important. You saying, no, stop. You saying that, sorry, getting excited. Divine Feminine saying that physical touch. So Divine Masculine has got to find a way to be able to do that. So who is that I wanted that? So you touch me on the back of my neck. That's where you like to, but you saying I like that too. Okay, interesting. Well, I do. That's a lie. You did. I'm sorry. We have spirit conflict. Yeah, you did do that one time. I did like that. You right. I did say it my back, rub my back. So, okay, I'm sorry. I'm back on there. Of course, like he always gonna put me back on track. Thank you. Okay, you right. We ain't gonna have no argument about that. You right? Okay, now you're getting happy because I said you right. Go on over there in the corner, be quiet somewhere. Okay, so Divine Feminine, you're saying you need that physical touch. Okay, excuse me. Retract that last statement. So you telling him you need that physical touch. Okay, back there, which I do like that. Okay, so make sure you do that. Divine Feminine, do that. Maybe go for a massage or something. Some kind of thing that you could do. Go to your hands, and pretend that that's a present for your Divine Masculine. Get your hands, your manicures done, your feet done. Something about touching, okay? Go about doing that. Take your nice bath, something like that. If you're not in physical communication with your Divine Masculine. If you are, then you tell them, baby, go ahead, like to let me rub you down. So yeah, you go ahead and rub me down or whatever if you're in contact with him. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. And at every point, you should choose love. He wants this new resurgence of love. The divine masculine said that. And you telling him, yes, choose love in everything that you do. Let that be your objective. Let that be your intent of why you're doing things. And then behind it is like, okay, you choosing love when you're with your friends. You choosing love while you at play. You choosing love while you with your family. You choosing love. A lot of feminine sin here. So in your emotions, just make sure that you choose love. This is a beautiful card. So this is all the things right here. Emotionally. And then love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And this is like a card that's got them setting sails for home, which again, like they're taking a journey, which you said you wanted a new home, and this embodies all of these things that's there. And that's true. That's Corinthians. Love endures. Love does not boast. Love does not envy. It endures all. So keep on going on that course. Like I said, create that magic. Those things right there. Let me see, what does the universe want to say overall to both of you all. I'm not going to do this 5-card thing clear because this went over time. I think the other one's 30 and this is 30. What does the overall universe want to say to both parties, Pretty Woman and the Richard Gere role? Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. I think I said that earlier in my rant about the importance of it. This expectations, no matter for the divine feminine, divine masculine, you want the best to occur. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Okay, so whatever's going on inwardly, outwardly, I seen somebody was talking today on my ride I was listening to. They were saying, act like you are already in a relationship. Because when you do that, then you're going to draw in, the universe is going to say, wait, hold up damn second. I thought she wasn't in no relationship. And then the universe will say, wait a second, but she sure is acting like it. Wait a second. Let us go out there and make this happen for her. Because she look like she happy. Like the divine masculine is right there with her. She just talking to her. So let us clear a pathway and make that happen. So that's the same thing. So, you want this forward moving, you want things to change. Start acting like things are already changing. Divine Master, you want this love, this new relationship, this new resurgence of a relationship. Act like it's already to happen so that outside can produce that and show that. And oneness is my true nature, which to me is become whole within. Draw that divine feminine and divine masculine together. Have that urge to merge. Have a oneness with yourself, have a oneness with the divine feminine, divine masculine on outer, and have a oneness with everything out there. I've gotten to the point now, again, and I think I've said that before, and that's me closing, that, now when people start acting up around me, I start really trying to look at, okay, that person's reflection of me. Ain't no more that person's Kim. That Kim person is me. Now, Kim saying things that's getting on my nerves. Why is it? Okay, what is she doing that's reflecting some things and character flaws or some things that I got to work on within myself? Okay, so that's the same thing that we've got to start. We got to start believing and knowing that everybody has this oneness in everything that's going on in our environment. Everything that shows up it begins and ends with me. Okay. All right. On that note, that's it. I am still doing my specials for this week. I say I'll take it all the way into February the 2nd. As far as if you want to read them with me, $11 for 30 minutes. Go to your email and email me, which is divineUnisouls11 at 11 at gmail.com. That's also down in the description part. Get a reading with me, and then I'll get with you as well. This is, again, this is the 31st. It's coming up real soon. which will be my anniversary. Thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking and commenting down below. That just lets me know that solidifying, especially with today with my hours getting cut back with dance. Let me know that the universe is pushing me to be more of a, I love it when I say coach. And I take it that's very serious. Thank you, subscriber, that has said that. You're not about the second one that told me. My first one, I did my first read. I had a lady tell me, young lady, I don't know if she's still with me. No, she's not, because she told me she had to let it go. She's going on, and she wished me well about what I was doing. But she said she had to kind of let it go for a while. Thank her for saying me that I needed to do more coaching. I'm going to work on that. I did sign up for, what's my friend that always commenting spiritual, that I have signed up for some CBT training coaches to be a life coach. So I will be working on that because, like I said, I've now got a new vision that's really what I kind of want to be, is the Ayanna Van Zant in love or relationships, and really taking it from the CBT training vein. So that's really a great thing. So I'm taking steps in order for that, like I say, to move, a desire to move on. That's it. So the universe is saying I'm eliminating that so you can really be able to do that. So thank you, universe. Okay, I'm for real. I thank you so very much. So I'm getting pushed. That's good. And I usually have to get pushed into the direction of which way I need to go. So with that, I would say stay uplifted, stay motivated, and stay ascended. Namaste. Namago.